phony homies. On today's episode, we discuss Week 10's big injuries, Week 11's waiver wire, ads, drops, studs and duds, and so much more. Are you ready? Let's go! Welcome to another fantastic episode of the Fake Football Guy Show. I'm your host, Giancarlo Campos, and alongside me is the greatest co-host of all time, Dustin DL Lingelman. What's up, DL?
What's up, my guy?
Not much, man. Not much. Are we recording? Are we going live this time?
Yeah, we're live this time. We're live.
Okay, cool. We did like a whole show almost, and then Dustin's like, "Oh, we weren't live." So
yeah, but imagine if we did a whole show. And at the very end, I was like, oh, shit, dude, we didn't go live.
That's kind of what happened, just so you know. That's kind of what happened.
I mean.
Shit happens, though, right?
Anyways,
here we are.
Shit does happen.
Yeah, speaking of shit happening, can we talk about what happened to me?
Yeah. You don't want to get into the.
Okay, no, real quick.
Let's get it in. Let's get it in.
My hands smell like gas, like legitimately gasoline, and there's a reason for that. DL, you want to tell the people what my dumbass did?
Oh yeah, you ran out of gas. Like you literally are driving in your car, that's never happened to me, man. I've never run out of gas in the 20-some years of driving. Like I've had the light come on, but I've never been that irresponsible or like I just run out of gas.
Whoa.
What happened?
It was not an irresponsible act. I mean, I guess in retrospect. But let's be honest. So I drive a car that I just got about 2 months ago, and I'm learning a little bit about the car. It is a Golf R. I love it. She's fast. Her name's Ghost. I love it.
I remember my picture.
Well, I fucked around with the car, and I have a digital dash, so it's just all digital. It's not analog. So there's no like little stick that moves. It's all digital, like a computer. Well, I fucked around with it and put a map in it. So now it shows a map wherever I do. The downside of the map is it doesn't show me my speed or my gas. So my dumbass drives to work with the map.
That's dumb. You're going to get a ticket, bro.
Well, hold on. No. Well, now I actually have a dash that tells me the speed. But I still
not your gate, not your
fuel
gas
level. Yeah, not my fuel. No, I don't. So and I'm getting used to it. I just put the map in like a few days ago. Okay, I OBD 11.
Been driving around.
Yeah, I did something to it.
Okay, I should check
some techie shit. Yeah. So I'm an idiot, and I tell one of my buddies, we have a treat for you guys, by the way. We have a third guy joining us for the show. We'll get into that in a moment. I tell my buddy, hey, I'm going to do the show out of your place. You could be in one room, I'll be in another. I'll drive over to West Dundee, which is far as fuck from where I live, you know.
I love West Dundee.
Dude, yeah, it's cool. Cool place.
Yeah.
We'll get into that.
I almost told my wife I almost wanted to move. Like, it was either Downers Grade or there.
I love where you live. It's the best.
It's better. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
But so I get in the car and I'm like, from work. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go home, get some clothes, and then head over there. That'll be the plan. So I do that, and I don't realize how much fuel I have. That's kind of what happens. And my dumbass runs out of gas.
Yeah,
first time ever.
That's why they have the gauge. That's why they have the gauge, so you don't run out of gas.
I usually pump gas on Fridays. Yeah, every Friday, no matter what. Every Friday. Sometimes in between the week, but every Friday. So some shit happened, and here we are. I ran out of gas, and I had to run 3/4 of a mile to get a gas tank, and then run 3/4 back off the highway. Like literally,
you ran though?
The highway. I ran. I legit ran.
Well, what's your time? Did you time yourself?
I run like 9-minute miles. Like 9.
That's pretty good, man. I mean, shit.
For real.
It's not bad.
So I ran. And got the gas.
It took 18 minutes.
Yeah, it took me about 20. The whole ordeal was 20 minutes. Sucked.
So you ran out. Well, that's good, man. I mean, like you did something stupid, but you got your workout in.
Yeah.
Trying to find that silver lining, bro, of being a dumbass.
And my hands smell like gasoline. I've washed them with dish soap. I've washed them with hand soap.
Are you one of those people that like the smell of gas, though?
I actually do like the. Yeah, I do. It reminds me of
a
mechanic. Yeah,
I can tell. Because you
actually do like it. Yeah, no, I can't help it.
Weirdo.
But anyway, that's not why you're here, homies.
Not at all.
As a reminder, you can follow the show on Twitter. DL, where can they follow the show?
Tweet FFG.
That's right. You almost let me down there.
Tweet.
I don't know what happened
FFG.
there. Yeah, tweet. Yeah.
Sorry.
But
I like
yeah,
double
yeah,
thought it. I double
you know,
thought in my head. Yeah. Okay.
you're
Sorry.
good. It's not even Twitter anymore. It's X, right? I don't know why we keep using
It's
Twitter.
Twitter. It's just
Okay,
like
cool.
it's the Sears Tower. I'll never call it the
Yeah,
Willis
Sears
Tower.
Tower. Yeah,
Ever.
yeah. It's the Willis Sears Tower. Yeah, I
No,
just saw a meme the
serious.
other day
Yeah.
about that.
Okay.
But anyway, if you choose to send us a tweet, the best way to get to us, because we're always looking for the hashtag. DL, what is the hashtag?
Ask us FFG. In fact, didn't
right.
Tilo hit us up?
He did.
He
Tilo.
wants Tony Lopez.
Yeah, I used to work at a school. Dustin still works at the school. Tilo was
Parlay.
he runs the Parlay, which is a boxing and sports channel, and his co-host is Kendall Gill, former Bulls and Charlotte Hornet player.
Nuts.
Like a one-time All-Star. But Kendall Gill's the shit. He does both.
I mean, Kendall effing Gill.
No, that's Kendall. Yeah. No, Kendall Gill is no joke. Anyway, he's asking a fantasy football question on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. And I tell him, hey, what's up? Like, we follow each other. Ask us, FFG. And he did, and he gave him the answer. But yeah, send us that. Any questions you want, we'll answer them. I promise you. We're on it. But if you don't want to use Twitter and you prefer to use an email, DL, where can they send the email?
Ask us, ffg@gmail.com.
That's right. You can send us emails there. I know a lot of people like to do that. Yeah, and that's another method to do it. If you prefer to send us if you prefer to leave us a voicemail, give us a call. I might answer live on the show. Who knows? But we will put your voice on the show if you leave us a voicemail. If you call the number.
Yeah, especially if you run out of gas. JC's a pro at it now, so he can be there in 18 minutes. Yes. Area code 708-655-4508 for all your auto things that come up. Call JC. Get a flat tire. He'll be there. Can use his maps on his new fancy dancy car.
Yeah, at least somebody will show up. The person that I'm, who's going to be on the show, I called them to come and help me out. He's like, I can't get there.
Called me too. He's like,
is that? Bro, well, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it in a moment. But, yeah, call that number. Leave me a voicemail. Call me live. Whatever, it's the number's there. As always, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and
smash
that notification button. That way you know when we go live. We're on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and anywhere that you listen to your podcast. Yeah.
Or watch.
Honestly. Or watch, whatever you prefer. I like
and we're international. We have German fans. We have
a lot.
Mexico fans.
We do.
Chicharron.
Chicharron.
Is it really your cousin? That'd be dope. That'd be dope.
One of my cousins.
Like, yeah, this is my cousin. He's on the radio.
Yeah, one of my cousins watches for sure. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But anyway, DL, we have a jam-packed show for everybody today. Before we get started, let's go ahead and bring on our special guest.
Okay.
This special guest used to work with us at Illinois Media School, and now I work with him at a law firm. Welcome to the show, Michael Hall. What's up, Mikey?
Hey, everybody. Happy to be here. I would like to, first of all, before we start talking football, I just want to address what was talked about before I was brought in. I was here listening. Actually, in case anyone needs to know, JC is on my couch right now. I'm in my room. This is my bed. So, Jay, let's set the record straight real quick. I did offer to come help you, but I did have a couple adult beverages before you're supposed to be here. So I said I would come push your car. I would walk there and push your car, and then your phone died, apparently.
It did die, I swear.
Fucking liar.
Yeah, so
you're a
liar. I'll play like I wasn't going to help you. I was going to help you.
My phone's on 24%.
No, I know. I'm not.
Ooh, who's that?
My beautiful girlfriend that I love dearly.
Moving? Is she like moving?
It is moving. Yeah. We have on Android. We have like screensavers that move.
Let's go. Hey, Bianca. What up?
Yeah.
Hey, Bianca.
Hey, whoa! Fuck the both of you. All right.
What? I'm saying hi to your beautiful girlfriend. Hi, Bianca.
Yeah, we're just saying hey. We're saying hey.
I never run out of gas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that's never happened to me either. But anyways, let's save that for offline. I'm gonna bust Jay's balls we work together. I got him this job. I'm gonna get him fired because he ran out of gas. That's my plan.
You should just bring him a gas tank tomorrow. Just be like, hey man,
I have one. It's sitting outside.
Just
sitting there.
Well, anyways, let me finish my intro because we already talked about this. I'm wearing a Bills jersey. I am a Bears fan, but my sister moved to Buffalo like 15 years ago. So my second team is I have an AFC team. It is the Bills, but Bears all day. Jay's wearing my jersey right now. Actually, it's Devin Hester. Right
Hesta.
yeah.
We should be in the Hall of
Just a
Fame.
reminder: JC is an irresponsible adult and didn't bring his own jersey or have enough gas to get here. So,
Well, I won't even say he's irresponsible. I would just say that he's a tech dork and he's got to like play with his car and make sure that he's in his maps
convenient
because you don't know where you're going when you've been to Mike's house before. They're really important. Make sure you have the maps.
That's the thing. He knows where I live. Like it's right off 90. It's not that hard.
My phone died like 3 exits before his place. 3 exits. I figured out how to get to his place, and the car turned off as I was trying to charge my phone. Also, I've made my car so much faster. So fuck.
Wait. Time out. So not only did you run out of gas, but you ran out of your battery too, dude. I think you need to readjust your priorities in life.
No, my phone's starting to die. Like at 80%, it doesn't charge more than that.
And to have Jay back for a second, so we can get to football. Thank you. Jay is the only employee that we have that like literally goes to the office every day. He works his ass off. He goes in. I haven't been there in a week and a half. So I will say that he has a reason that his phone died, but he doesn't have a reason he ran out of gas. There's no reason.
Well, thank you. All right. Well, fuck all you guys. Let's go ahead and get this show started. Let's look back at how our week just went. DL, how did you do this past week?
I mean, this past week or the week before? Because the week before I hung 199 points against Lauren, our champion of my home league.
All right, you got that off your chest. Now
I did. I had to. It's just like no one else cares. And because no one gives a shit when you talk about fantasy to your coworker. Like, yo, dude, I scored 100. No one cares. So like, cool, dude, I lost. I don't care about your team. Anyways, this past week, it was a nail biter, man. It went all the way down. It was neck and neck. I was slated not to win, obviously, as usual. However, it got down to the Monday night game, and I had 149 points, and he had 129 points. He had Josh Allen, and I was like, well, this sucks. I'm pretty much lost this week. Like, I'm looking ahead to next week, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna watch like a little bit. If Josh Allen starts going off, I'll turn the channel. No, you saw the game. It was a fantasy football miracle.
Over on their first 2 drives. Yeah,
it was awesome. And the funny thing is, I was talking shit to this kid all day. I'm like, yeah, man. Yeah, bro. Like, you never know. And he's like, oh, you're going to lose. It was Jake. I will destroy you. I'm going to come on your show again and like tell everyone. I'm like, all right, bring it, bro. Remember last time what happened? When you fucking talk shit, he lost bad. And then to put a cherry on the top and a bow on all this, I sent him a link to our show. And I was like, hey, man, maybe you should tune in. Maybe next time you won't fuck it up.
That's what you said?
Oh yeah. Real talk. I was like, bitch.
And I said, I will jump over to Mikey, our guest for this show. Mikey, how did you do this past week?
Okay, I do want to intro like how fantasy football is for me. So I have 3 leagues, 3 that I'm loyal to. One of them is a
cheating on others
that I'm actually in with Jay, and then 2 of them are dynasty leagues that neither of you guys are in. One of them I'm dominating. I'm gonna have to rebuild eventually. I'm 9-1. I won last year. I'm gonna win again. And then the one with Jay, I think, is the one I want to focus on this week because it's redraft, which I think is the main, audience pool. I went up against Jay this week. Jay, just if you want to gloat for a second, who won?
Nah, go ahead. I'm good.
Jay, fuck you. Jay won. We're in 3rd and 4th place now after these last matchups. We're both set to make the playoffs, but he did beat me. He's drinking a beer that I paid for because of our matchup. Yeah, it was close. I was projecting to win before the game last night, and Josh Allen shit the bed, and that's what happened. Yeah, he beat me by like 7 or something.
I always show my phone, and then I watch back on the video, and I like, why do I show my phone?
Yeah, I don't know why either.
I do it every time.
I remember what happened. Trust me.
It was Team Hall, which is the wackest team name, I'll say. You put up 136 points. Hold on, 136.8 points.
Well,
and
if
then
you say whack,
my
if you
team.
say whack, I will respond.
Well, wait. Give me the floor for a moment, okay? There's Stephen A. and Skip Bayless. Just give me the moment, all right? And then my team's name is CD's Pierce Nuts because I have CeeDee Lamb and Damian Pierce, so I thought it was a good team name. I put up 145. It was a close fight, honestly. You should have killed me. I put up 3 points for my quarterback, Trevor Lawrence.
Can you show the points scored in the standings, like who has the most?
I can't. The host can if he was in the league, but because he's not in the league, he can't.
All right,
but
I'll just have it known that I
scored.
have the most points scored in the league, and I'm in fourth place, which is fine. I'm still set to make the playoffs. Still going to make the playoffs, so I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, man. I've seen, it's when you give up. Don't give up. Keep playing the waiver wires, even if you're like right now, if you're like where JC is in our league, I'm in second place, and he's like almost like fifth or sixth. Only 6 of teams actually, only 6 of our teams actually go to the playoffs. So
6th place.
Yeah, so like his chances, aren't looking great, but if you keep trying, dude,
I mean,
you got this, bro.
What, 5 weeks before most fantasy playoffs are going to start? Or
bro.
Yeah, it's about 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah,
depending on how
there's
people
4 games
set
left. Let's go.
Listen, and that brings us to our next point. There is plenty of time to make adjustments.
Don't take shitty trades.
Exactly, and there's plenty of time to just make it to the dance. All you got to do is make it to the dance. That's it.
Yep.
And I guess that brings us to our next point. How do we get there? Dia, I'll start with you. I feel like we've asked this the last few weeks, but are there players out there that you're looking towards and saying, hey, they have an easy schedule. This team has an easy schedule. I'm interested in players at these positions. What are you thinking? Where are you leaning when it comes to that? Players you're trading for, what are you thinking?
Well, you always want to look. I mean, the way I look at it from my team is I figure out what I have, where I'm the weakest at, right? So I'll either trade for that set position or I'll try to pick it up on the waiver. But you're absolutely right. Now that we're getting like week 10, week 11, playoffs are coming up. So like every point, every win is really, you don't have that cushion anymore. But yeah, like for example, I picked up CJ Stroud, right? For 2 reasons. One, he just been coming out of the gate strong. And 2, because his schedule for like the playoffs is super easy. I say that easy.
No. Yeah, it is. It's better than a lot of other guys.
Yeah, it's better than going up against like a Kansas City or going up against the Jets or something like that, especially on offense. So, and then I already did this like a couple of weeks back. Like I was looking at defenses. I've been streaming a lot. I'm like, this is going to bite me in the ass because eventually once I get towards the end, people are going to hang on to those defenses. So I looked ahead to see what defenses were going to be or where they were going to be during the playoff week. And it turns out Cleveland Browns have a super easy schedule.
Yes, they do.
That was mine. Excellent defense. Yeah,
they do.
Yeah, I would have said the same thing if you guys did.
Yeah, that's a good call, Dustin.
So
good call.
You got it. It is a little. It's definitely luck, right? Like who would have thought that? Like Calvin Ridley would have sucked. As bad as he has, and like especially when people try to trade him, you're just like, why? Why would I?
Hold on. So let's
no. Hold on.
I tried trading him to you. Cat's out of the bag. I tried trading him to you. It was a bad trade. It was a bad trade. It was a bad trade. But I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm gonna keep it real with you.
Devonta Smith trying to trade me fucking Ridley and some
bomb on his back. Hold on. Listen. It was not a good offer. I'm gonna be honest with you. The old Dustin might have accepted that.
Might have. And then
not this Dustin.
No, not this Dustin. And I noticed something, dude. You're kind of evil. You're manipulative. You're like, well, at least
what?
At least I tried.
Hold on. The last 2 years we've made deals.
Bro.
The last 2 years we've made
deals. Yeah, because I feel bad.
Listen.
I feel bad for your ass.
Here's the thing. No, you don't feel bad for me because I've won your league. So you don't feel bad for me. I feel bad for everybody else.
How did you win that league?
Let me keep it real with you.
What trade did you make? What trade did you make?
Let me keep it real with you, okay?
You guys need to talk privately.
No, we don't. But let me keep it real with you. I feel like a lot of times when people offer deals, especially me, somebody who's on a fantasy show, somebody who like people know has been doing fantasy forever in the leagues I'm in, I send a deal to start somewhere. It's to start somewhere. I'm letting you know, here's who I like on your team, and here's
you're asking for a counter.
Exactly. A lot of times I do. Sometimes I know there's certain people who I can't do that with, so I send them my best offer. But there are other people who I can say, okay, you're gonna
Let's
know.
Let's
You're
talk.
gonna exactly. Let me open
No,
the door and take a quick
no,
peek. You know, let me.
I
let you
do
know.
have thoughts on this, especially from
Yeah.
my dynasty perspective. Like that's
Sure.
like kind of those are the I have 3 leagues, like I said. 2 of them are dynasty, and those are the 2 that like mean the most to me, like emotionally.
Mhm.
Because you can plan so far ahead. Like I just
100%.
traded George Kittle for
Woo.
Cade Otton, the Tampa Bay Bucks tight end,
Yeah, tight end. Yeah.
and a 2nd-round pick. And I want Cade Otton because he's younger, and I'm in that league. I'm rebuilding.
What was the exact trade before you go any further?
Yeah.
What was the exact? What was it? The exact trade?
It was George Kittle for Cade Otton and a 2024 second.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So in this league, you guys just draft rookies.
Yeah, you keep your entire roster. The rookie draft happens, and you can be over the roster limit, and then you have to drop to get to the limit. So you can keep your rookies, or you can keep the guys you already had. It's up to you.
So basically, by week 6, you're either selling all the way or buying all the way, right? That's kind of the way you guys play it.
It kind of depends. Like, so I'm like kind of in like purgatory right now. So I'm kind of in the middle where I'm not going to win
is
the
real good,
championship,
by the
and I'm
way,
not going to
from
get the first
Dustin.
pick either. So I'm trying to sell off, but I'm doing a good job of it.
Yeah, this is real good by Dustin right here. And let's take a different angle. Keep this screen up, please, Dustin, if you can. I love the dynasty angle. I'm going to go ahead and give you a trade that I just did in a league. Me and my buddy Tim, who's one of my best friends, I just traded away Bijan Robinson, who's on a bye week, and I added Darrell Henderson, who probably has value for another week or two. And I got from him Joe Mixon and Trey McBride. I love Joe Mixon. I've always been a Joe Mixon guy. This is a Joe Mixon house. It's always been.
I have stock in McBride. I love him.
Okay. And I just got Trey McBride. And if we could really quickly look at this rankings, I give up Bijan and Darrell Henderson. And I think Bijan here is where's he ranked here? If we're looking this is just for the week. This is just the weekly rankings. But Bijan Robinson is a top 10 running back.
If you're talking dynasty, he's probably top 3.
Top 3. Yeah. If we're talking just overall for fantasy purposes, I think most of the people who watch our show don't play dynasty. I do. You do. It's more of a season.
Yeah. That's why I'm trying to focus on that. It's just what I'm thinking about right now.
I get it. And and honestly, we don't talk enough dynasty on our show. We should definitely do a show dedicated to dynasty,
or
and
we
then
could
a
just
midway
do like
point
a
show.
10-minute dynasty corner every show.
Yeah, no, we could be. Maybe at the end of every show, we could do a dynasty, segment for sure. I'm not opposed to it. I'm in a pseudo dynasty league where we do keepers and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But to be honest with you, I like that trade for you. I think it's really good, and
I made that trade before Sunday, and George Kittle went off for 20 points, and I had to just eat it because I knew it was better. I knew that trade was better for me. In 3 years, I'll be glad I did it, but. It kind of sucked on Sunday.
No, I get it. I think I like both trades, to be honest.
Okay,
we'll go ahead and bring Dustin back in here.
I brought it back up. So this is rest of season. So Bijan is at 5.
Okay. So let's break down the deal. Let's break down this deal that I did in a regular standard redraft league. I gave up Bijan and Darrell Henderson. So let's look at Bijan. You said Bijan is at 5.
Yes.
And then let's look
standard, by the way.
Okay. Let's look up Darrell Henderson.
Darrell.
You just control F. You can just control F.
I can control. Wow, look at you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Who? Darrell?
You do that all the time. No, I know. You showed me how to do it.
52.
Yeah, okay. So 5 and 52. I mean, I don't want to add them. I don't think that's a good way to do it. But, 5 and 52. And then I got Joe Mixon at running back. Where's Joe?
He's got to be top 10, isn't he? No,
I think he is top 10 in my eyes.
I'm going to be honest. I think that we're going to find that you lost that trade.
Hold on. Let's find out.
It depends on Joe Mixon's upside.
19. Okay. I'm going to be honest with you. I'd rather have Joe Mixon over Isaiah Pacheco, Saquon Barkley, Javonte Williams. I'd rather have them, but
those are have them ranked. I would put them on the same tier. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but hold on. Time out. Let's look at PPR.
How about look up a trade value chart? Why don't you look up a trade value chart? I think that's a good way to look at it because I think what this is doing is looking at immediate schedule.
Rest of the season.
Yeah,
rest of the season. All right, go ahead. Keep talking, boys. Let me grab that for you.
I mean, I listen. The real cog in this trade is not Joe Mixon. It's Trey McBride, and I don't have a tight end. My tight end is Kyle Pitts, and he sucks. So Trey McBride, I think, is a top 6 tight end the rest of the season.
Especially
forward.
he was turning on before Kyler was back, and he had a good game with Kyler.
And now he's got an elite quarterback.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, love Trey McBride. You will not hear me say one false. Like I will always have Trey McBride's back. It could be 2038, and
Trey McBride. Yeah,
I'll have a Trey McBride jersey on that episode.
yeah. I never hide Trey McBride, right? But do
you have a particular analyzer? Because I got a whole bunch.
I like CBS personally. I like CBS. I like Dave Richard.
Yeah, I think we did this like a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, Chicago guy. It's just
but you like where it shows like the value, blah blah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, CBS trade value chart. It should show, and then the article came out today. Yeah, we accepted the deal before the article dropped, but then looking at the article gave me some like sense of relief. I'm like, okay, I didn't really give up too much. He didn't give up too much. You made a good deal when both parties are like, I don't really want to do this, but it helps me and it helps him. That's how you made a good deal.
Those are actually good deals. And when you both win, like honestly, when you both win.
Yeah.
Hold on. When we all work together, I made a dynasty trade. Dustin, while you're looking this up, Jay, I know you'll remember because I definitely remember talking to you about. But
you bounced it off. Yeah, I remember.
Too. I traded 2022 first and Austin Eckler. No, I traded Austin Eckler for James Conner in a 2022 first, and I used that first on Jameson Williams, so it didn't really go that great.
That sucks. I'm sorry. All right, let's look at this deal real quick. Okay, we're gonna go right back to it. So let's add Bijan and Darrell Henderson. So Bijan, I think, is a 22. We're in a PPR league, so he's 22. And then I don't think Hendo is gonna come here. Like I don't think it's gonna be there. Let's keep going all the way down to the end of running backs. I don't see Hendo. Yeah, I don't see Hendo. Okay, so Hendo, we'll just give him a default score of 4. Okay, which is the lowest you could give outside of the number 5 you could give. So PPR, so 22 plus 4, right? Is 26, right? Okay, so 26 is what he's giving me. He's giving up 26. Now let's look at what I'm getting. Okay, what I'm getting. So Joe Mixon should be rated here in the moment. There it is, 21. 1 point away from Bijan. In my mind, that's how I see it. And now let's look for Trey McBride. Tight ends. I can tell you off rip, Trey McBride's going to be worth more than 5, 10. There he is. Trey McBride, 11. So in my mind, I think not that I won the deal, but I got fair value at the minimum.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. In a vacuum, I won the deal in a vacuum, but we don't look at deals in a vacuum, right? We look at deals based on team needs. Tim has Laporta as his starting tight end. So it made sense to give him up. Made sense to move Trey McBride because you didn't need him. So
yeah, and your tight end has Arthur Smith as his play caller. So
yeah, my running back does too. So
replace those.
Give me players that I like.
Give me 0 Falcons. Give me 0 Falcons.
I get it. But okay, that's enough for grade the trade. Let's go ahead and move on because we have a ton of show left. Mikey, we did you a disservice. We did not fully introduce you. Let's talk about Mikey. Mike, how do you know all of us?
Yeah, I think we kind of touched on it. I've met both of you the same day. You guys both worked somewhere that I started at and met you guys, and we all became friends. And yeah, now what is it? 3 years later, we just keep in touch.
That's right.
Sometimes we play Call of Duty.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's also true.
we have.
I'm not good at it, but I try.
We've tried to get some dubs.
I'm all right.
In our days.
Or the show. We play the show.
Yeah, definitely better at that, but not that much better. But yeah, these are my boys. We all used to work at the same place, and now we're all doing our thing.
That's my boy Josie. He's one of my best friends. I just got a Bajan in the car. He's trying to say BITCH. Bajan in the car.
Bajan.
Yeah, but yeah.
No, but to bring it for full circle because JC and I started this show actually at the Illinois Media School, and Mikey, I think he just started as well too. And
Yeah, I was jealous.
we were trying to work you in because we always wanted the dynasty outlook or like advice, because that's
just
one
a
thing.
different angle. You know, we have our own angles.
I want to do a dynasty league eventually.
Yeah.
Like,
It's so fun. I think I might, just like personally, Dustin, I think I might start a new one where I'll commission it because the one I'm into.
Hey, the buy-in also has to be legit. It has to be like $200 minimum.
Dude,
I usually just do 100.
That's how those leagues work, bro.
Dude, I don't want to be
purchase.
Like broke.
No. What you don't understand. No. What you don't understand is they do like a beginning season 100 and then middle season you can't trade future picks if you pay the other 100. That's how the payouts work.
I mean, I guess it makes it a little bit more like you're a little.
It's really 100, but you pay for
serious.
next year.
All right,
so, that's the way it works.
Yeah, so the start of the dynasty is always different because people can just draft to win that year. You know, you can draft guys like Saquon who aren't going to be that valuable in 3 years, or you can draft
Jefferson and
Kenneth Walker, Bijan, Brees Hall, those types of running backs that, like, you know, think about the future, but you're probably not going to win that year. But if you just the ones I'm in, we just said it. You pay $100 every year, and winner gets everything except for the second place gets their money back.
Yep.
I just want the challenge. I don't give a shit about the money. I just want like the challenge of like, all right.
It's so fun. Yeah, my oldest league is like 9 years old. It's so fun. Like I don't have anyone I drafted in the first draft really.
If only you guys like basketball. I run a basketball league. That's the greatest league you guys have ever seen.
I would have all Bulls players. I was just
my buddy Billy does that.
Like, how many times can I draft Kobe?
Yeah, I just picked them up. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and move on. We talked about how we did this past week. We talked about, you know, a little bit of how we met Mikey, a little bit of everything. We're gonna go ahead and jump into the news. DL.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say the news and injuries were a little bit low this week, which honestly is kind of nice. Made it for an easy show. But breaking news that happened on Sunday morning, actually, Michael Thomas was arrested with a simple battery and criminal mischief charge following a confrontation with a construction worker. So, by the way, Sleeper app, we say this all the time. They were the first one to break this. And they actually had a video, and I sent it to y'all. Mm-hmm. But apparently he's been having issues with like these guys doing construction work outside of his house. Like he's just been kind of a Karen, if you will, in my opinion. And yeah, he finally lost his cool. And yeah, it was crazy. I just thought that was kind of funny. And then we'll get into
I would like to just express like what I do for work now and my take on that because So I and Jay does now too, work at a criminal defense firm. And I've seen things like this where it's usually just like a dispute and somebody calls the cops and the cops just want to they don't want to make themselves have to do more work. So they'll write whatever they want to write. And that's probably just going to be dismissed. That's what's going to happen. But so that's a fantasy insight that I have. I've seen it happen 100 times.
Mikey's the sales guy at a law firm. Like, so he knows the law, not as much as the lawyer does, but at the next best thing to that. He follows it. He knows. He kind of knows what's going on. So just so you know, when like something like this happens, I reach out to Mikey. So we have an expert in every field. We got a doctor,
where's my
lawyer?
Doctor, we are growing, boys. We are growing.
We are. Always do something. No, okay, yeah. So that's all I had to say about that. I just wanted, I wouldn't worry about his eligibility at all.
Mm-hmm. I'm not so much worried about that. It's just interesting that you're a pro football player that makes millions of dollars and you decide to like chuck a rock at a construction worker dude that works like 16-hour days, and he's like, it's not his fault that he's there doing that work. He's just like trying to like make a living, and you're throwing a hissy fit.
I could see
throw a fucking brick at him.
I can see it though. Michael Thomas is a shell of the player he used to be. He used to be a top 5 receiver in the NFL, and now he's not even top 30. Yeah,
2016. That was your boy. It was him, Julio Jones.
Yeah. DeAndre Hopkins. Yeah.
Beckham, right?
Mhm.
Those were your guys. Like, and if you got Michael Thomas, you were like, oh, dude.
Yeah,
Like, you had to
especially
wrap
in
it up.
PPR. He was a monster.
Yeah, set and
He
forget it.
was.
Like,
He
Yeah.
if you
was.
got Michael Thomas, you were like, you were good. It didn't matter who
No,
you
right, the
were.
first round pick
100%.
for like 3 years. Yeah.
100%. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and move on. What's going on in Buffalo, Dustin?
Pull up my phone again. Okay. So this just broke today. Buffalo fired their offensive coordinator, Ken Dorsey. So yeah, Joe Brady's going to take over as interim as OC. I think that's kind of crazy, and I hope the Bears do this too because
Exactly.
I hope the Bears do because look, Buffalo was like, oh hell no, like we're done, dude. Like we're not gonna wait
Dustin,
till the off season. We're just gonna
which
pull your
offense is worse? Which offense is worse?
No.
The Bears are worse.
Yeah, 10 times worse.
And they've and Buffalo fired their offense.
But maybe they just don't have like an actual like interim. You know what I mean? Like maybe they don't have like the next
No,
guy
the Bears
out kind of
don't.
thing.
No,
So
yeah.
I don't
The
I
know.
Bears-
will
man.
say,
Yeah.
as a faux Bills fan, I mean, they lost Matt Milano. They lost Tre'Davious White. They lost a lot of their best defensive players.
Yeah.
It's not really the defense's fault. And Sean McDermott, who's their head coach, runs the defense. Like he's a defensive guy. So firing him, I think, would be stupid. But yeah, getting a new voice in Josh Allen's ear, I'm all for it. I have a
But
Bills jersey on.
Here's
Like,
my thing. Here's my thing. Okay, so like we've seen this show before with Josh Allen. Like he is offense. What happens? He doesn't get it open, then he'll start running down the field. And here's the thing: in NFL stands for National Football League, also not for long. Like they caught up to him. They caught up to like what they're gonna do. It's like, okay, make sure that you have a spy on Josh Allen because the dude likes to just like bail and he'll
I
get
hear Madden players. Somebody who plays Madden, I hear.
exactly.
well, that's
I'm just being honest.
facts.
I'm being
That's just
honest, dude. And like, look at Justin Fields. He's struggling with the run. Why? Because defenses are like, this motherfucker can run.
Make them beat
Better
them.
make
With,
sure
make them
you
beat
cut
you with
that
their
down.
arm. Yeah, they're doing
Yeah,
the same thing,
exactly. And they're trying to like, and that's the whole rumor around, not a rumor, but that's like the MO around the league is like, okay, listen, like we got to keep our quarterback healthy because even if you look at like last year, what happened? Brock Purdy got injured in that like playoff game, right? They didn't have any. Christian McCaffrey was the next guy up, basically. So now most teams are getting really cautious with this. They're like, all right, we're gonna give you run plays, but we're gonna have you throw from the pocket mainly. So I think the NFL is just catching up with them, and I think there's a big issue with that. And I think, honestly, they need a. I hate when you put in the chat, dude, because I get sidetracked. I can't like finish my thought. I'm reading what you're writing. Okay. Awesome.
I'm so
Great. Okay. We're professionals. Just do it. Okay.
Yeah.
Moving on.
It was easy for me because I wasn't talking. So
Yeah,
I
no. I could. I mean, whatever. I'm not gonna say nothing. But I'm
no,
sorry.
it's my. I can't do it.
But like, listen, real
Right.
quick, from a Bears fan perspective, it's crazy to me that we have a worse like offense than they do, and they have to be here. And as a Bears fan, we know that like we're like right here, and we're really like right here.
Where's
And,
the bottom?
Our coaching staff, our bottom's right here.
McCaskey's
Okay.
aren't going to do it.
No, but like what I'm trying to say
never
to
going
you
to
is
fire
this.
somebody in season.
No, it's
Bro,
not happening.
they're not. They're not. But what I'm trying to say to you is this: as fans, we should expect greatness. We should expect the best. We should. What the Bills are doing is showing you what an elite franchise, a franchise that has championship aspirations, that they're showing you what a team like that does and how they run it. And what we're seeing as Bears fans is what a piss poor, minuscule, small market team does.
Would
We're in
you? I have a
major
question.
market.
As a
Time out,
fellow
time
Bears
out.
fan,
Wait, hold on. I got to make this point.
You know what? You know what it's like? It's
it's
like
a
the White
Jerry-
Sox, but we're the Bears.
Exactly. It's a Jerry Reinsdorf move. Because why? My dumbass is going to show up every fucking Sunday, regardless if they win or lose. I'm going to buy all their merch, right?
Original team.
Look it around. I'm going to buy all that. I'm into the history of it. 85 Bears, Walter
Big
Payton,
city.
Middle linebackers. We're known for just our defense, midway monsters. Anyways, long story short, before I get too off my topic, but they know. So they don't give a shit. They don't care. They don't if we win a Super Bowl, great. But we're still making hand over fist regardless. So why are we going to go out and drop all this money on this talent Why? Because we're not going to get any revenue because our field sucks. So they're waiting. Here's my conspiracy theory. They're going to wait until the new stadium is built, and then you see cash drop. And
Yeah, but they're waiting to even
that
they're waiting to even start
guy.
construction on that. Like, I'm starting to have a conspiracy theory that they're just using that as like a, I mean, what's like a straw? Not even like just like, hey, look forward to that while we still suck right now, and we're gonna let
look over
Virginia
here.
die.
Look over
And
here.
If they let Virginia die and sell the team, like honestly, Virginia McCaskey is a fucking legend. She's George House's
I love
daughter.
her.
Like,
I don't want anything to happen.
I love her.
I do, dude.
Decisions.
Are you kidding me?
She's making decisions there.
Dude,
It's
you
crazy
see her little old ass at games? And she got rid of the honey bears because she's like,
her son,
we're not
Mr.
doing it.
McCaskey's making those fucking decisions, and he's making bad ones. But at least he,
He's
tailgates.
not football, bro. Anyways, moving on. Speaking of Karens, we weren't, but I just like to call him Karen Rodgers or Aaron Rodgers is expected to be back, or he said he wants to be back in mid-December. Aaron Rodgers stated his goal is to return from IR in mid-December. He actually said,
hold on. Fantasy perspective, we should be adding, the three of us in here, because we're a little forward, Aaron Rodgers. You can put him in the IR right now. You can put him in the IR. Add him.
I would disagree. I would say that if he does come back, it's going to be for a playoff run, which is not relevant to fantasy football. Unless you're in a keeper or a dynasty and you think you might need him next year and he'd be worth a keep for you, then maybe think about it. But
I'm going to have to disagree with you because, like, honestly, like, I think if he does come back, right, look at all the players around him. I mean, not just him, but the whole team. The Jets are back in it to win it, right? I think, but honestly, I see what you're saying though. Like him himself as like a quarterback, I would be a little bit cautious. Like obviously, you want to see what he can do. I wouldn't like. I mean, he might be a sneaky stash. Honestly, like if you have room for him and you're sitting at top,
he says
you don't have to start him.
But like it like so
he's trying to prove something though, dude. He's pissed off.
Yeah, but he's going to come back and be any good. Like I mean, if
it's Aaron fucking Rodgers, bro,
and you're relying on a recovering Aaron Rodgers that tore his Achilles 3.5 months ago, then you're probably not in the playoffs.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I disagree because I think you'd still roll him out because he's a lot better than Zach Wilson.
So
like, he's gonna get you wins.
Let's say you have Christian McCaffrey and like, I mean, name another top running back. I mean, let's just say Christian McCaffrey and like DeAndre Swift or something. Like that's your 1-2 punch.
Or Derrick Henry, maybe.
I mean, he hasn't been that impressive.
No, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
Is straight up the number one running back right now.
But here's my thing, Mikey, is that honestly,
PPR.
Here's the thing. This is what I'm going to say to you is like, would you rather rely on a Honda Civic or try to give that Ferrari one more go around and see if it has anything left in the tank? You're gonna go with the Ferrari. I can keep the
Civic in the garage. Like the Civic can stay in the garage. Can I have 2 Civics in the garage and then
you can keep
the
Civic, bro?
I like that. No. What you're missing is what he's trying to say. You're depositing almost nothing on the opportunity for greatness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you also, if you're gonna use it on a playoff start,
it costs you nothing. It costs you nothing to put him in your IR.
To keep him on your bench. It costs you nothing to stash him. It costs you a lot.
How do you feel about Kyler Murray? How do you feel about Kyler Murray right now?
Well, I'm excited.
People are starting him. Yeah, people are
starting him.
Aaron Rodgers is better than Kyler Murray has ever been.
But we're talking about fantasy playoffs. We're talking about fantasy playoffs when Rodgers might be relevant.
Give me Rodgers.
No, time out. Hold on, Mikey.
Top 5 quarterback right now.
Hold on, Mikey. But what if you're one of those teams like myself where I put no value on quarterback? Like I finally hit on CJ Stroud because I didn't draft. I drafted Dak.
Yeah. I would say
he's been trash.
Rodgers is a sick stash for you.
If you're looking at your team, hold on. Let me make my point. If you're looking at your team and your biggest hole is quarterback, and you got a guy who's saying like Aaron Rodgers caliber, that it's gonna be back in mid-December, and you're still like 5th place, 6th place, where JC, where you're about to get kicked off, and you may never like make it, and you're gonna look like a fool in front of everyone.
You made that personal.
You may want to roll that dice.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. My point being is like I would definitely stash his ass. I would, dude, because
I agree.
think he wants to prove.
Hold on. I'm a Justin Fields guy in so many leagues, and he hasn't done shit for me. So you know who I've added? I've added Jordan Love. I've added Taylor Heineke because we're
Will
at Taylor
Lovitz.
Heineke house.
I did Will Lovitz.
I've added Levis. I've added so many guys who I should not have.
He's a singer.
I've added Sam Howell in leagues, who's been in the top 4.
You guys are naming so many guys I have at quarterback.
But do I believe in Sam Howell later on?
Hell no.
Honestly, no, I don't believe in him.
I do.
I don't.
Let's have a Sam Howell conversation.
Time out. So Sam Howell, you would trust him going up against the Jets or Kansas City?
No.
You'd be like, hell yeah,
if I had a
here we
choice,
go.
I would start him against the best defenses in the league. But
Sam Howell against Cleveland,
I'm coming from a dynasty
or
perspective.
Aaron Rodgers against Cleveland. Who are you trusting? Give me Aaron Rodgers
all day,
always.
every day.
Yeah, but I'm in a dynasty league.
That's what we're saying.
So
dynasty league, I get your point.
Let me see if I can actually see if this is clear or not. Last week, I lost to a team I had no business competing with, only by like 6 points. And I'll tell you who I started last week. I'm just going to tell you quarterbacks. My running backs and my receivers are all right. I need help at quarterback. Part of the problem is I have Justin Fields and Trey Lance. I took them in the same draft. I had 2 first-round picks, and I took them both. And neither has panned out so far, but Fields was all right last year. Sam Howell, Will Levis. And then my running backs are good. Tony Pollard, Rashad White. I traded for DJ Moore this offseason. I'm going to tell you my quarterbacks, though. And then I added Badgett when Fields got hurt. I was like, fuck it, might as well. And Jimmy G, that's terrible. And then we come to Fields, and then we got Lance. And then, that's how many. I have 6 quarterbacks, and 4 of them probably won't start.
Okay, Mikey, I gotta cut you off, bro. Because here's the point is that like you're hurting for a quarterback, right? So if you're in a dynasty league and you're trying to position yourself for like a number 1 draft pick or a 3rd pick, okay, maybe you're tanking, but if you have a shot at the playoffs, why wouldn't you just get in the Ferrari and hit the gas, even if it's got like a quarter of a tank left, just to see where you end up?
Well, I would never.
And then run out of gas. We drive until we run out of gas, boy. That's how we do this shit.
And that,
if I got the choice of like running out of gas or shitting my pants, like I don't know, I'm gonna have to pick one.
Hey, we're gonna go ahead and move on. We have so much show left to go.
Just never trust the fart, guys.
Just don't do both at the same time.
Okay. Anyways, so we're gonna move on. I'm gonna because a lot of these questions
so inside. Oh
wow,
my God,
dude, and that was perfect comedy. That's what comedists do. They plant seeds and they come back and they hit it just to get a pop. And we're having fun. I hope you are too, funny homies. Anyways, hold
on real quick. We're gonna go ahead and start our waivers.
Really?
That's why you're here.
Really?
We'll jump to running backs. Go ahead, Dio.
Wow, you see, he's so
I see the marker because we can mark it.
So impatient. He's such a jerk. Okay, wait, we're going to wait. No injuries. Hold on. JC's running the boards. Oh, wait, he doesn't have the capabilities, so I got to do this. Are you ready for waivers?
Let me log in.
You're ready for waivers?
Yeah.
Waivers? Okay, hold on.
All right, while you guys are figuring this out.
And now it's time for the running back waivers. DL, I'm so sorry. I thought you were taking running backs, and that's why I threw it the way I threw it.
You know what
now
it is?
I realize.
You know what it is? When Baby doesn't get the spotlight, Baby gets excited, and he's scared he's going to run out of gas.
I got hyped. But we'll go ahead and jump to the running back position and let you know who to add and what to do. The first name. If you want to let me go solo here, let me jump in solo. The first name I'm going to go ahead and recommend because I'm going to let you know. Like
Baby wants spotlight.
No. Then you could jump me off after that. The first running back we suggest as the fake football guys to add, and the number 1 running back to add,
No?
Huh?
Oh, sorry.
What? The number 1 running back to add, and maybe the number 1 overall waiver wire ad this week is the old reliable Devin Singletary. Now, Devin is 24% rostered, and he had a monster game. Now, Dameon Pierce was out once again, and in Week 10, Singletary stepped up, and he posted the best performance of his career. He had a 30-carry, 150-yard game, and had a touchdown on the ground. Now, here's the thing with Devin Singletary. Devin Singletary is a 5'7", 200, probably 190-pound running back, and that is what stops people from taking him, from drafting him, from rostering him. That's probably what stops NFL teams from letting him get touches. But truth be told, on this Texans team, they need a running back that can get to the second level really fast, and he gets there faster than Dameon Pierce. Moving forward for the rest of the season, I think Devin Singletary is a low-end RB2, high-end flex running back. We'll let the boys jump in and discuss. DL, where do you think Devin Singletary is?
Okay, so he's the number one ad for sure. And I would even say like the Baltimore Ravens guy, Mitchell. Mitchell.
We're going there. We're getting there.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so I would say Singletary. I think he's the guy. I think they're going to trust him a lot more. He put on a great show. Even James Cook, man, he was looking good too. Obviously, he's not going to be waiver, but yes, I agree. Mikey, what are your thoughts on Singletary?
Yeah, I do have Singletary thoughts. I feel annoying that I keep bringing up that I'm wearing a Bills jersey right now for the new new viewers. I know all about Devin Singletary. I think he's more of a third down pass catching back. I think that he carried the load really well against the Bengals. I actually bet on Houston to win that game. I believed in them.
Oh, it's such a great game.
I think CJ Stroud is like
the truth.
I think I said this to you, Jay, earlier before we started filming. I think he's the next Joe Burrow. Like, he's going to break out.
Dude, like, he's like my number one. That was like one of those waiver wires where you're like, I'm gonna grab him. I'm just gonna see what happens.
Oh yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're like, oh hell yeah, just save my fucking, like, literally, he's saving my fucking season. It's awesome.
And yeah, he's sick. And I know we're doing a Devin Singletary bit right now, but I just want to let everyone know that I traded round 1, pick 2 of this most recent dynasty draft and traded that pick for Treylon Burks in round 1, pick 8. And I regret that. Like, we just went over how I need quarterback.
I mean, at least you didn't trade for Calvin Ridley or accepted a shitty trade with Calvin Ridley in it, because you would have been so upset.
But
all right, enough of this. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, to wrap up the Devin Singletary conversation, like the jersey I have right now is CJ Spiller. I love running backs and I love the Buffalo Bills, and I have no doubt that Devin Singletary can be a workhorse.
Yeah, I think Pierce.
I don't think they gave him a chance. He was sharing the backfield with Zach Moss in Buffalo, and then Zach Moss went and showed how good he was in Indy. And yeah, I just think Devin Singletary is a really good running back, and he never got a chance.
Not in Buffalo. Yeah, they didn't have him.
Yeah, he never got any goal line because of Josh Allen. Like, it is what it is. But yeah, Zach Moss and Josh Allen took all the goal line carries, and Devin Singletary is gonna fucking prosper. I promise you. Adam.
Now it's time to talk about another running back that's not going to get goal line touches, but is going to prosper. We're going to go to Baltimore and talk about Keaton Mitchell. Now, Keaton Mitchell is rostered in 21% of fantasy football leagues. While he only managed 4 touches on 11 snaps, he still out-touched Justice Hill and outproduced Gus Edwards. Mitchell looks like, I don't know, to me, a Devon Achane style running back. I think Keaton Mitchell is a stud. DL?
It's kind of a stretch, but yeah, I mean, I will say it's a little of a stretch, dude. He didn't have like that good of a game. He's not an Achane kind of guy yet. However, I will say this. Hold on. I will say this, that like he was a hot waiver last week. If we would have done a show, that probably would have been our number 1 waiver pickup. But yeah, I think he's that's another one where you picked him up, you started him, you were really excited, you gave him another shot, and he produced. And yeah, he's obviously in that offense. He's your guy, and that is a great offense to have a running back in. Mikey?
Yeah, I agree with you. Keaton Mitchell, so in the one league that I wanted to add him in, I wanted to not pay as much as somebody else could pay because we have like a free agent budget. So I got outbid. I wanted him, and I 100% believe in him. Gus Edwards is probably going to get goal line, and Justice Hill is there too. They have a lot of good running backs, but I definitely think Keaton Mitchell is the long-term play there and the home run shot. Like, you're going to get like 23 or 4.
I think Keaton Mitchell's a monster.
Wait, real quick. We have to address this because we made a big announcement last week that we were going to like stream the whole Bears show.
Hey,
Wait, hold on. Let me ask the question, bro. Why didn't you do a show last week, JC?
That's my fault. So truthfully, this past Monday, I went to a Bulls game. I had tickets to the Bulls versus Bucks. Right, hold on. I had a Bulls versus Bucks tickets in Milwaukee, and I bought tickets for one of my friends who's a personal trainer. Well, the tickets were $85, and he said, "Hey, rather than me pay you, as in me, pay me $85, can I give you Bears tickets?" And I said, "Absolutely," and he gave me 2 Bears tickets, and
dude,
that's what happened.
Liar. Pants on fire.
That's what happened.
Running down your leg.
The Bears game. I can't
told me
that, but I don't know anything about the other part.
I don't. But like, hold on. And then it got better. Then it got better. Then one of my close friends who won tickets on the radio said, "Hey, do you want my tickets?"
That one
in the second row, and I said yes. So the initial tickets were in the 400 level, and then the better tickets were at second row.
Yeah, but you had no. You.
As I was getting ready to go to the game.
Yes. Okay, hold on.
Hey, you guys dispute offline. Let's talk about football.
No. I got to bring this up. You flat out told me that you wanted to do the show live for the Bears game, but you already had tickets. Is that what you're telling me?
I got tickets at 4:00 and then better tickets at 5:30.
But you're gonna go either way.
Not necessarily, but the second row tickets, I could not give up. Those are insane tickets. Those tickets are insane. So it's kind of what happened. In my mind, I said, "Hey, second row to go to a Bears game. Why would that happen?" Yeah.
Anyways, man, moving on. Who you got next?
Moving on to more waiver wire players. DL, another running back I'm going to recommend, and the last running back in waivers is Ty Chandler. He's less than 1% rostered. Chandler had 15 carries this past week and a goal line touchdown, while his competition, Alexander Madison, had 8 carries, and he suffered a concussion. So, to be honest, I think Ty Chandler is more explosive, a little quicker, a little better. I think Ty Chandler takes that job. That's kind of where I'm at. Deal?
Yeah, I mean, he'll take the job because, like, maybe he knew that he could do it and didn't tell anyone else that he could, and he just did it anyway. Fucking lie to everyone. Anyways, yeah, I agree. Chandler's your guy. All right, who else you got, JC? What about you, Mikey? How the fuck do you think Chandler's gonna do?
Oh my god.
Yo, that was funny. Sorry, I was just having a laugh real quick. Yeah, so okay, so just for the viewers, just so you know, I didn't know I was doing this until like 20 minutes before we started doing it. So I was thinking like, all right, who do I want to bring up during the show? Like, I didn't even know the script yet. But Ty Chandler was one of because Madison took the job from Dalvin Cook after they cut him, right? Madison's been all right. Like you can count on him for like 8 to 12 points. All right, keep it. I don't care. I want a fucking big hitter at running back. And Chandler's young, and I don't know if you guys watched that game. I saw it on Red Zone. His goal line touch was actually fucking wildcat. He took a direct snap and ran it left and scored a touchdown. So they trust him to do that, which tells me he's going to get goal line touches. Like they trust him for that shit. So that's how I feel about Ty Chandler. Love it. I'm a stock owner, and partially because I'm also a Madison owner because I was a Cook owner. So I always try to get my handcuff for a good running back. So yeah, that's how I feel.
Sounds
Adam.
like a plan. JC, who do you think wide receivers? Let's try to rapid fire.
Yeah, let's fly through wide receivers real quick. And wide receivers, I don't have a lot of names. I have two. The first one's Brandon Cooks. He is 50% rostered. He's a guy that I thought was cooked.
Yep.
To be honest, I thought he was cooked. I didn't see anything out of him. He looked slow. He looked fat. He looks like not fast. That's how he looked. Now, in retrospect, he's killing. Cooks posted a monster 32.3 fantasy points against the Giants in Week 10 on the merits of 9 catches for 173 yards and a touchdown. He looks like the same Brandon Cooks that we always see. I think Brandon Cooks immediately should be an ad at wide receiver, the second highest ad in fantasy, I think, this week. And I think he's a legit flex play moving forward. Next wide receiver.
Well, hold on, real quick. I just gotta jump in. So most of you guys who were like had like Michael Gallup, you can go ahead and drop his ass and get cooked. That's why I would say that. Go ahead, your next guy.
Oh, sorry, you're reading this. Can you post this current message from Lord Goose? I'm laughing.
Yeah. No, that's just making me laugh too.
Oh my god.
No, so Five good. Below is crazy.
That's so good. That's
no, that's just funny. No,
I like it. Crazy jokes on us.
Just so you know, like JC's in my living room right now. He's on my couch and I'm on my bed. Just so you know, like
okay. First of all, I didn't get my shit at Five Below, dude. Been doing like research on this shit. Goose, my mic too loud.
He's going on. The Goose is here every show.
I know, but like, help me help you, dude.
I know, but I'm not gonna let Lord Goose disrespect me like that. Who's this?
Goose, I didn't get that shit. I did not get my stuff at Five Below, bro. Okay, got that shit off Amazon. What do you mean? I'm so confused.
All right, moving on to another wide receiver. Noah Brown is another guy we're gonna go ahead and recommend. He is 6% rostered. He scored 51.5 points over the last 2 weeks with a pair of touchdowns and an absurd 325 receiving yards, over that span. He's a strong flex play moving forward, and I think he's the wide receiver 3 in Texas.
Yeah, let me tune in on this because I am a huge – even when he was on the fucking Cowboys, Noah Brown was making fucking plays, and I couldn't believe that the Cowboys cut him for, like, what, Michael Gallup? Fucking – like, yeah, we just talked about Brandon Cooks, but he hasn't done shit until last week. I think Noah Brown was the second best wide receiver on that team last year, and he was putting up numbers too. He was doing it, and they cut him. So that's up to them. But yeah,
do you think he's the second best receiver?
Brown. I love Nico Collins and Tank Dell too.
Time out. Do you think he's the second best receiver on the Texans?
Do I think Noah Brown is?
Yeah.
No, I would put Nico Collins and Tank Dell above him.
Who's better, Nico Collins or Tank Dell?
So, you know, I come from a dynasty perspective, so I'm taking Tank all day.
I'm taking Nico Collins right now. But
yeah, right now, yeah. I'm not. I do not own him in any league. I have 3 leagues. I don't own him. I have Tank Dell in dynasty, so like,
we don't say own here. We say roster. Just a heads up.
We say manage.
Yeah, roster.
Especially with the Texans. Yeah,
because they're not our slaves.
Yeah, they had a little bit of a. Yeah.
No, the owner was
PR
kind of
nightmare a couple years ago.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, moving on. DL, we jumped to tight end. Who are you recommending?
Dude, I'm a little upset with like Lord Goose here. Okay, like.
Wait, was he talking about me? What did I say?
No.
Oh, I said
no. He's saying chill wordplay is what he's saying.
Yeah, I think he's talking about.
That's because he doesn't care about the own versus roster. He doesn't care about that.
And at least he's watching. Thank you, Lord Goose.
Yeah, thanks, Lord Goose.
And if you'd like to donate to the FFG so we can get better podcasts and stuff, we have Patreon account as well too.
But you only need to send it to me and JC because we got our shit at Five Below, so we need better stuff.
Anywho, I'm going to recommend number 1 for tight end, Trey McBride, Arizona's tight end. He's rostered at 59%. If you've been living under a rock and you didn't see this last game on Sunday, or actually all year. I think he's been doing really great.
His last two, he's popping off.
Oh yeah, and weird. The Ferrari came back, like an old injured quarterback came back on the scene, and all of a sudden, his team is just rock and rolling. Weird how that happened.
I would say that Kyler Murray is not a Ferrari. He's more. Oh, I mean, he might be. He's fast, but no, he's only like 27.
Yeah, I mean, the real reason why I added Trey McBride, if he's still out there, because usually we try to do like 50% or below.
Mm-hmm.
In 3 of my leagues, he's still out there. So tight end, we've said it before, I'll say it again, is a wasteland. So this is a guy that like I would go ahead and grab him as soon number 1 pick. I don't know, JC, Fab. You're more of the Fab guy.
For Trey McBride?
Yeah.
At this point in the league, you probably have like $30 left. Probably would spend 15.
Yeah, calculate.
half.
So my advice for Fab, not to butt in, but like calculate like who has the most money and if they need a tight end, and just bid $1 more than they have.
I wouldn't do that, but I would do close to that. I would take their total and cut it in half and bid $1 more than half.
No, it's kind of like in Madden where you just like just buy it.
You're right. Like for McBride, I drafted him in the 3rd round over like our 2022 rookie.
Yeah,
draft.
we're not there. In a regular redraft, we're not even close to that.
No, yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know what I do.
He's not even a 6th round pick. He's probably going undrafted.
My next guy.
Yeah, definitely this year.
Right now, like going into the league, like going into the draft.
Redraft is happening right now, but.
No, I know, but like that's what I'm trying to like give you the.
No, I got you. Yeah, nobody drafted him this year. Yeah, no. I got you.
Go ahead, Dio.
You're right.
Oh, sorry. I just interesting conversation. The next guy that I would pick up on waivers would actually be Cade Otton, and I know Mikey's really high on him. We covered that a little bit already. Yeah. 32% rostered. Week 9. He actually had 6 receptions for 70 yards and 2 touchdowns, but last week kind of came back down to earth. I think he's going to be one of those guys that like is, he's not going to blow it out of the waters. When he does, he's going to boom or bust basically. So I would just really pay attention to who's on the other side of the ball when Tampa Bay is playing. The last guy that I'm going to recommend, and this guy is like, I just got a hunch. This might be more of a sneaky stash, deeper league kind of guy. I would say Michael Meyer.
Oh yeah, tight end.
Yeah,
tight end. Oakland, yeah, because that's what we're talking about. We're talking about tight ends. Yeah, 11% rostered. Like I said, maybe worth a sneaky stash. I don't think he's going to have the great games, but there's something going on in Las Vegas.
That touchdown catch he had?
Exactly. He got his first touchdown.
That guy's good. It's Aiden O'Connell. So
exactly. Well, I'm just saying this is the first touchdown catch he's gotten. Obviously, you saw more targets for Devontae Adams as well too. So that's a guy that everyone I know has been like kicking and screaming and ripping out their hair for drafting him like early, because you probably took him at least in the 2nd round, if not first. So he got a lot of targets. Dynasty? I'm just talking about in general. If you're drafting a fantasy league, like you probably went with him right away. Not dynasty because you probably already had him, but like in general, a redraft.
No, that guy's took him on the first.
Anyways,
okay.
So that's who I would go with the tight ends. Once again, just to put a bow on it, I would go definitely Trey McBride for sure. Cade Otton, if that's who you got, and a sneaky stash would be Michael Mayer. So we're gonna go over to QBs. So just a reminder, phony homies, teams that are on bye this week are the Falcons, Saints, Colts, and Patriots. Here are some guys that if you're desperate, you need to add, or just stream for this week. I would go with Matthew Stafford. He's 35% rostered. He's definitely an upgrade to what they have. So especially, which people are stacking. Have you noticed that? Like I remember, like back in the day, like you didn't want to stack. You just want to like have the one guy and this. Teams are stacking. So if you do have that Cooper Kupp or Puka Nacua, which I traded for, and I'm really excited that Matthew Stafford is back.
Who do the Rams play?
Shoot. The Rams,
I think right now.
Yeah, double check that. I'm going to move on to Jordan Love. I keep saying him. I don't know why he's a Packers. I should just like shit on his parade, but I haven't because no one 43% rostered. he hasn't really had a productive week since week 1 when he played the Bears. However, the next 2 weeks, he's going up against the Chargers and the Lions, which these, if you haven't been noticing, both when any team is playing the Chargers or the Lions, it turns into a shootout. So I feel like that may happen. So someone definitely to, a couple of weeks, get you through, maybe get you into the playoffs. Last but not least, we've been talking about Vegas. Aiden O'Connor, 3% rostered. I like what's happening in Las Vegas, and maybe that's why I went with him again, because I see a change. And even the coach himself, dude, like he's got a little swagger to his step. So I'm definitely digging that a lot. And you can see it on the offense, man. Like there's change coming, and you're seeing a lot more people that should have been targeted earlier in the year that are finally being targeted. And I think they have something to prove. So that would be like if you're in a deep league, or like I would, once again, sneaky stash. Notice phony homies always add it towards the bottom of who you should stash, not so much start this week. So that's who I had for quarterbacks. I'm going to go over to defenses just to kind of put a bow on everything. I would say the Washington Commanders are 21% roster. They go against the Giants. We all saw what Dallas did. Not saying the Commanders are at that capability.
U of I Tommy DeVito, right? U of I
yes,
Tommy DeVito.
And he lives with his mama.
Yeah. She makes his bed for him. Yeah.
And his food.
Hey, I know that we're pressed for time, but I won't take any Tommy DeVito slander on this podcast while I'm here.
Wow. No, I will. I went to U of I. I went to U of I. Fuck Tommy DeVito. Start that defense.
No, for fantasy purposes, yeah, but don't talk shit about him living with his parents. It's New York City. He's probably only
I'm not talking. No, that's not what I'm saying.
No,
whoa, we're going sideways,
bro. That's all.
What I'm saying is, did you watch that
game? I don't live with
game?
my parents. I live with JC. He's in my living room right now.
I'm right here.
That's great. So no slight. If you're living at home in the basement, it's all good, dude.
Yeah, run it.
Been there. Anyway,
but be
long story short, with their
up,
defense, the defense, the Giants are like in a tailspin. So yeah, I do like have high hopes, and you get lots of points. Remember, boys, we're getting to that. We're knocking on the door of the playoffs. So a defense could help you win a week. Like honestly, like
who else
17 points.
Like
I would go
unless you have Dallas defense.
No, listen to this.
Adding based on matchup.
Yeah,
hold on.
I wouldn't say that. I would say Detroit Lions are at 27%. Obviously,
against who?
They're going against the Bears.
No, Fields is coming back. I wouldn't start the Lions.
It's not even that. DL never goes against the Bears about anything. So go ahead, DL.
Yeah, I'm going against the Bears this time because they're trash. They're garbage. They suck.
I think their defense has gotten a lot better.
I'm sick of that Basin agent. And you know what? If I was Fields, I'd be like, fuck y'all. Or actually, I would be like, fuck y'all
Dustin right now?
and beat the shit out of Detroit.
I don't want to hear him talk this slander because I know that Dustin really doesn't mean this, and you shouldn't be saying these things. Hey, Dustin, we got to fucking fight through the hard times, bro.
We do.
I've been on this carousel a little bit longer than you might.
You're only like 5 years older than me.
Exactly. 5 long years.
In 5 years, I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna be like, "Hey, I'm still here. I'm still rocking with him."
I'm still rocking with him. I'm just saying I'm tired of the story.
I'm tired of it too. But we don't need to be that negative.
Anyway. He's not an anti-Bears fan. He's just rooting for the next guy that's not here yet.
No, I'm talking fantasy. I'm just talking fantasy. Boys.
Yeah, you're not anti-Bears.
No, I mean, we'll go off on our tangents.
Yards every game. That's 6 points.
I love Justin Fields. I hope he does beat the Detroit Lions. I hope he goes off and proves everyone wrong.
All day
but like, listen. If we're looking at fantasy, if we're really like getting down to the numbers, take your emotions out of it because you're trying to win a championship.
True.
You're not trying to be the best fan.
True.
Okay.
True.
So bottom line is that
right.
the offense of the Bears suck ass, and it has nothing to do with Justin Fields sucking or Agent Bajan. It has everything to do with Luke Getsy, who sucks at being a coordinator.
Agreed.
I mean,
and if
that's the bottom line.
If this was a Bears podcast, I have so much more to say. But what I will say is Justin Fields' fantasy value will never not be there until he's not the starter. because the man can rip off.
Yeah, this is his
4.5
last year of being a
points
Bears
on
quarterback.
first down.
They're going to trade his ass, and he's going to go off somewhere else, and he's going to be great. And we're going to sit here because I've been sitting here for 5 years
I'm not
before you.
I'm not comfortable agreeing or disagreeing with that until the offseason comes around. If we
Remember
end up,
him?
no, I know.
Remember him?
I know.
Remember he was the second coming. Finally got our quarterback. Here we go again.
I didn't feel that way. I didn't feel that way at all.
We got the number one coach. He's an offensive mind. He won coach of the year.
Right. But fantasy wise, you gotta agree that Justin Fields is going to be a top 15 quarterback every single game.
Not if he hangs onto the ball.
Well, he doesn't lose points for sacks.
Not if he hangs onto the ball and gets sacked.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. In a lot of leagues, he does.
He does.
Well, I don't play in a league that counts sacks as rushing yards. I don't.
I do. But
moving on, my last defense would be Jacksonville Jaguars. 21% roster. They're playing the Titans. It's kind of a flyer. I don't know. I believe in Will. I think Will is
me too.
The next generation. I think he's a whole hell of a lot better than Ryan Tannehill. And
do you think he's better than Trevor Lawrence?
Hell no.
I mean, I don't know. Trevor Lawrence has been bad. He's been legit bad.
No, there's no. I mean, Will Levis, bro. That's a clown question.
Are you reading this?
Yes. Thank you, Lord Goose. Yeah. Thank you for hanging out with us for an hour and 60 minutes and just dropping these nuggets, man. It's awesome.
Gems. Yeah.
Awesome.
No, Jay, did you actually mean that Trevor Lawrence question? Because that is a really terrible.
Yeah, I did. No, I did.
Hell no, he's not as good as Trevor Lawrence.
No, I'm just asking. What do you think? I'm just asking. I think it's fair.
No, I think they're worlds apart. I think Trevor Lawrence is a top 10 quarterback.
Okay, so. Are we gonna put a bow on it, and then we can go off a tangent on Bears because I got a lot.
Yeah.
Load
Anyway, boys, that's it for today's episode, phony homies. Remember to shoot your start sit questions to us by tweeting us, DL.
Tweet FFG.
That's right, and you can ask us any questions. If you're like, oh, I need to know who to start, who to sit directly. What should I do? Use the hashtag DL.
Ask us FFG.
That's right. And if you choose to send us an email, we always respond to emails. I would love to get more emails. DL, where can they send emails?
Ask us ffg@gmail.com.
That's right. And if you prefer to send a phone call, leave a voicemail, whatever works, we will answer or we'll play it on the show live and you can hear your beautiful voice. DL, where can they call us?
Area code 708-655-4508. And make sure you call JC because you never know. You may run out of gas.
Big save. Oh, wait a minute. We're getting a phone call live on air.
What? It's your girlfriend.
Oh, hey, it's me.
Oh, hold on. Let's pretend it's real.
Yeah, you have a fancy question? Who is this? I'm sorry.
Yeah, are you watching live? Where are you from?
I listened to the show, and I kind of knew that you were going to give the number. So I was ready to call it, but I didn't know it was your cell.
It was my cell number directly.
There you go.
You have a fantasy football
We're not
question.
even lying.
I have a question for the host.
Yeah?
How dare you?
No, but really, do you have a question? Because I'll hang up this one right now.
No, yeah, that's it. I was going to leave a voicemail for the next one, but I didn't know it was your cell. My bad.
All right, bye. So he didn't really have a question, but we will answer.
To show you. It goes to show you.
That's what we'll do.
Actual phone. We're not lying.
Cell number.
Leave them nasty messages.
30 seconds.
DL, you're so good on the boards, though. You literally brought him in immediately after I hung up the phone.
That was
DL
funny. I didn't know that was
going to happen. But DL runs the board.
I hit my
your voicemail line is just Jay Cell.
No, it's fine.
Right.
It's fine. Anyway, thanks for
tuning in. Hold on. Time out. Before we totally cut it out. Round robin, real quick. Stud dud. JC, go.
Ooh, studs for this week?
Quick.
Man, real quick. One of my studs is Sam Laporta. I think he's just continuing to improve and grow into his own. That's one of the guys I'm picking. Yeah, another guy I'm going to pick for this week to continue. Man, it's really tough. I really think that Trey McBride continues killing this week. I got Tua in Las Vegas going off. Hold on. I got Tua going off at quarterback. I got Jahmyr Gibbs killing the Bears this week, murdering the Bears. I think he goes for at least
What?
100
You're
and
a
score.
fan,
Yeah,
though.
that's
What
right.
do
No,
you
100
mean?
and a
He's
score.
in my house right now.
You're
He
a
better be out of here by the
fan.
time we finish.
100
What do you
and a score.
mean?
100 and a
I'm,
score.
hang
And
on, I gotta go fight JC. real quick.
lastly, I got Keenan Allen killing Green Bay.
Okay. I'll fuck with that
Okay,
one.
duds.
Duds this week, I got Devontae Adams in Minnesota. I just think he's going to get shadowed. He hasn't really done shit all year. That's one of my first guys that I don't think he's going to do anything. Yeah. I got Joe Mixon not really doing anything in Baltimore. I just traded for him, but I'm going to be honest with you. I know Joe Mixon better than anybody knows Joe Mixon. Baltimore's an elite defense. They're really good. Yeah, I just don't think he's going to really do much, to be honest with you. Another guy that I think isn't going to really do a lot. Man, this is tough. Calvin Ridley, because he sucks. That's
the guy that you wanted to like trade me.
That I said it.
Start him every week.
Fucking said it.
When I said like, oh, he's garbage.
I said it. Here's a layup. Miles Sanders, because you should cut him. Cut Miles Sanders. That's where we should all be at. And the last guy I think that's not gonna do shit. I don't think D'Onta Foreman's gonna do anything for the Bears. They go against I
think Herbert's coming back.
Yeah, I think Herbert's definitely coming back.
D'Onta Foreman, I think after this week is a drop. So
I really hope Justin Fields comes back and like destroys the Lions. That's
what
I'm hoping.
We get Herbert and Fields back, and
as
a new OC, like a new OC.
As a Bears fan,
like that would be fun for the rest of the season. That's what I want.
As a Bears fan, we want him to do that so that we don't have to waste 2 first-round picks on a quarterback.
Well, we already have the Panthers pick, and they're not going to win very many more games, if any.
Or actually get somebody who's going to like do plays that like speak to Justin Fields like athletic capability and not trying to put him in a pocket. Like they did for, I don't know.
I feel like we're
somebody else that was supposed to be the second coming.
Convoluting fantasy and Bears fandom.
Kind of like a carousel.
I'll do one stud and one dud if you want one, though. I didn't prepare for the show at all.
Hey, top of the head, go.
Okay, so I'll tell you who I love right now. Excuse me. Running back Rachaad White, Tampa Bay Buccaneers running back.
I like that. That's a good one.
No,
especially in PPR. Especially in PPR.
If you're in exactly. If you're in PPR and like he's probably 95% owned.
He's the number one running back for PPR formats.
No, yeah, he's fucking unreal. And yeah, that's another one that I drafted in the rookie draft. Didn't really even know who he was, but watched a few like fucking plays from him, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna target that guy in the second round, and I got him. And now he's paying off. He's getting involved in the passing game. Baker.
Who's your dud?
Baker and Evans are getting involved. Yeah. Okay. So my dud, I would say, probably Gus Edwards. Probably because of
I like
That's the buzz.
Yeah, because Gus Edwards getting a lot of goal line work, but a lot of it's going to be Lamar and Keaton Mitchell's going to run it in from 20 a lot of times.
Yeah,
I would say insane. Gus Edwards is not a maybe stash him. I don't know. Keaton Mitchell goes injured or something.
Losing touches though, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah. And Justice Hill has been taking touches too. Like they got 3 backs, and Keaton Mitchell's a home run threat. That's who I would want.
Yep.
My stud this week, I'm gonna go with my man CJ Stroud. He's coming on strong. I think he's going to continue throughout the week. I think he's
hold on. That's your man now. That's we didn't do anything to get there. No, fuck that. No, fuck that. We're not going to just give you a guy. We're not going to just give you a guy. No. Because he's going to have a 15-year career. No,
I want to mute you.
He's going to have a 15-year career. No, don't you fucking mute me.
Mute him.
We're not going to make him your guy.
That's my boy. He's CJ Stroud, bro.
No, bro. If Dustin has him on a team, it can be his guy.
I have him on more teams. I have 13 teams.
I have too many teams.
My teams too.
I have him 4 teams.
But fuck. You have too many teams. You have CJ Stroud on more teams than I actually have.
Why are we yelling? That's my stud. You have him on your team.
He's not your guy, though. He's not your guy.
That's funny. You can't call him that, Dustin.
Bullshit. Go ahead, Dustin. Who else? We got 2 minutes before we kicked off here.
My dud, I'm gonna go with Deshaun Watson. He's just trash. He messed up his ankle. He's just. I don't trust him. If I was you, phony homies,
call.
I wouldn't either. So
He had a
Yeah.
couple
That's-
moments
that's
in
it.
the last.
No, fuck
in
that. He
comeback.
sucks.
No, he's
He looks
garbage.
like he's off. Everything
Yeah,
about him
he's
is
terrible.
off.
He's
No.
terrible, but he
Trash,
did have
bro.
a good comeback. That comeback was
Worst
What
contract.
comeback? When?
Worst
They
contract
were
What
just
in
down
comeback?
30.
history.
They were down 31
When?
to 17 on Sunday, and they won.
Nah, dude. But it wasn't because of him. Get the fuck
Yeah.
out of here. It wasn't because of him.
Well, I mean,
Did
they
you
had a
see-
pick six.
Wait,
but
did
he
you see
also-
when he threw
led
it to
two nice
Elijah?
drives. I watched
Moore
that.
Oh, I love Elijah.
out.
Anyway.
Elijah Moore on the out, and
That's
they didn't even
it.
hit him.
That's it for today's show. Thanks
the
for
other
tuning in,
one,
funny
the
homies.
behind the shoulder?
Well, after this,
to-
Cooper.
Thanks to DL. Thanks to Mikey. It's been a fantastic show. We loved bringing you.
Trash.
We loved bringing it to you.
I'm so
Thank
happy to
you
have been
to
here.
Lord
Thanks, guys.
Goose for the great questions. As
Yeah.
always, guys, we'll be available. Send your questions throughout the week. Start the
Wait,
questions. Hit the
Lord Goose had
hashtag.
a question.
Whatever you
No,
want.
no, he
Whatever
didn't.
you want to hit. Doesn't matter. We'll answer. As always, for Dustin, for Michael, my name is JC. We'll catch you guys on another episode of the fantastic Fake Football Guys show. Peace.
All right, love you guys.
Like, share, subscribe.